Hello, my name is Roger Berkowitz, and I'm the Academic Director of the Hannah Arendt Center for Politics and Humanities at Bard College. We host an annual conference that people come to from all over the world. Let's be honest, academic conferences can sometimes be a bit boring, but ours really breaks the mold. Every fall, we invite some of the smartest, most interesting people we know, and many we don't know. Artists, writers, entrepreneurs, scholars, public intellectuals. And we ask them, dig deep and talk about timely, political, and ethical questions.
I remember in those years having to listen to grammar school and high school teachers talking about the necessity of having children speak their family language in the classroom. And I thought, and many years had confirmed by Hannah Arendt, who distinguishes private life from public life, that there is no way to use a family language in the classroom.
When we talk really about freedoms, what point is the freedom when we are about to enter a presidential debate in our democracy in which it is absolutely implausible that in the process of the debate, one candidate will be convinced that her or his position is wrong on the basis of evidence and a good argument? Imagine I would vote for anyone who would say, that's an argument I hadn't thought of, and the facts you have brought to bear make my position wrong?
We ask our guests to explore some of the most difficult political questions facing our world today, and to shed light on those questions by looking at them through the lens of the humanities, through history, literature, philosophy, and the arts. We put academics into dialogue with practicing artists, business leaders, and political and ethical thinkers. Speakers at our past conferences include Christopher Hitchens, Ray Kurzweil, Zadie Smith, Shayla Ben-Habib, Ralph Nader, Sherry Turkle, Danielle Allen, Charles Murray, and George Packer. Our speakers are not right nor left. They're not particular experts. They're thinkers who we think and we have faith can shed light on the problems facing our world. The result is a public conversation accessible to all, grounded in the real world, where we raise the level of conversation itself, looking at familiar issues from new and different angles, deepening the questions and exploring possible answers.
Well, I guess the first part of the answer is that you're not one of the members of the new upper class that I'm worried about, because you still remember what it was like in another America, a very different America from the one you live in right now. In the same way that somebody who now owns a chain of auto repair shops and is worth $30 million, but he did it because he grew up as a mechanic. He remembers what it was like. And the person who went to Yale Law School in 1974 in your same class, who was white, but who grew up in a working class home, he is also like you. And what I am worried about are the members of who are rising to positions of great authority in this country who don't remember any other America except the America in the bubble.
You don't have to know anything about Hannah Arendt to come to the conference, or even to speak at it, though some of our speakers do. Even many of our speakers who are not Hannah Arendt scholars and who don't cite Hannah Arendt in their work are deeply influenced by Hannah Arendt's provocative, meaningful, and thoughtful approach to thinking about politics and the world. Our conference is a conference in the spirit of Hannah Arendt's passionate, bold, and provocative way of thinking about what we are doing.
The deeper meaning of banality of evil is that the lack of critical thinking can lead to all kinds of problems.
To take just one aspect, the consequences for the physical environment, the loss of biodiversity, deforestation, pollution, global warming, are consequences that take place on a planetary level and are clearly the result of the interaction of cultural, political, and social factors along with economic ones, the factors of Arendt's imperialism. From her point of view, The fiscal crisis has the same origins as the environmental one, and it's worth thinking about that relationship.
This year, in October of 2015, we will host our 8th annual conference, Why Privacy Matters. What do we lose when we lose our privacy? Our conference responds to Hannah Arendt's fear that, as she wrote, a life spent entirely in public, that is, in the presence of others, without solitude, without time alone, becomes a life that would be shallow. The great danger we face with the loss of privacy, Hannah Arendt helps us see, is our humanity and our depth. Speakers at this year's conference on privacy and why privacy matters include Edward Snowden, the novelist and technology writer David Brin, the legal scholar Anita Allen, the philosopher Jeremy Waldron, the technology writer Kate Crawford, and many more. I encourage you to register now for the conference Why Privacy Matters. Thank you.